this young man who is a businessman. His brother is over, he was there taking pictures for television that morning. His other brother is a state road supervisor of California. And Danny Henry walked forward after the meeting was closed on the platform like this where the men were all seated, walked down to put his arms around me, and he said these words, "Brother Branham, I hope this don't sound sacrilegious, but said that could be made the 23rd chapter of Revelations, which is only 22 chapters in Revelations." He said, "I hope this don't sound sacrilegious." He had no more and said it. Now the boy was a Baptist and knew nothing about the supernatural. With his arms around me, he started talking in an unknown language. And when he got through speaking in an unknown language, there was a heavy-set, dark woman sitting right in front of me. She raised up, said, "That don't need any interpretation." She said, "I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana," or Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Said, "That is clearly French." Victor Leduc, which was a Frenchman, also sitting up there, said, "Certainly, I'm a Frenchman." And that was perfectly French. I said, "Wait a minute. You write down what he said, and you write down what he said. Before you say anything, write down what you said, and let's see your notes." And so one wrote down, and the other wrote down. It was even the punctuation was the same. And then just about that time when they brought the notes up, a fine-looking, young, blonde-headed boy come walking from the back where there's not enough room for him to sit down. He was standing up in the back. He come walking forth, said, "Just a minute, I'd like to place a note too." He said, "I am the French interpreter for the UN, United Nations." He said, "I'd like to leave my note." And here are all three notes exactly the same, of French. And here's the way it reads. This is the original note taken right off. This is Danny's note himself. He packed it in his pocket. Of course, it went to a Christian businessman and so forth. "Because thou hast chosen the narrow path, the harder way, thou hast walked in your own choosing. Thou hast picked the correct and precise decision. And it is my way. Because of this momentous decision, a huge portion of heaven will await thee. What a glorious decision thou hast made. This in itself is that which will give and make come to pass the tremendous victory in the love divine." Now, the man signed his name here. The above statement was interpreted by of Danny Henry prophesying over Brother Branham, given by three witnesses in the cafeteria in Los Angeles, California. Now, this same young man that gave this prophecy, not knowing what he was saying, was in Jerusalem about a month ago. He had the privilege of going out and laying in the tomb where Jesus had died and was buried. And so while he was laying there, he said, I come up on his mind real strong, and he started weeping. Said how that it has been so hard for Brother Branham to stand against the world and these things in all churches.